Hello there. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you, Aquarius, about what is going on for May. All right, so we'll have 4 columns for the 4 weeks and 3 rows as per usual. I have a bunch of cool decks for us to play with, and I'm ready to talk about that. I'm going to go ahead and light this candle for some good juju for the reading. All right. And then I'll go ahead and get into the guiding messages from my better angels. All right. There we go. This one is from, it's from the Witty Wicks. All right. So a Witty Wicks has this candle and it's called Naughty, of all things. I know, right? So I think it's kind of fun, a little feisty, and nothing wrong with being either one of those things at all. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now what our messages are from my better angels. We are talking about how all the 12 signs are being asked very nicely to sort of stay humble, right? Stay cool, stay chill. No need to put on airs this month, okay? We're just going to be ourselves. We're going to have a good time with who we are, what we're doing, and know that we're the shit, but we don't have to talk about it. All right? Simple enough. Next message is talking about how being prepared will be very useful to us as we circumnavigate the extra bumps that are coming along in May. Sorry, we're not done yet. I know April was bumpy, so May is going to be a little more bumpy. So whether it's geological, political, financial, things are going to get a little whoop, 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 right? So we want to be prepared in all those areas, right? Physically, financially, emotionally. Be prepared. Things are going to be happening, okay? So indeed, it is important for us all to kind of go with it, right? Kind of go with it, okay? Now, the last message I have for all 12 signs is that we can think things into positive outcomes, which is kind of helpful considering what we already just talked about. So the better we keep our vision of what we want and what we'd like to see in the world and send that energy out in the universe. You've done it before. You know how it works. You know, you're having a little negotiation with somebody about the price of something and you have a number in your head. You're like, 80 bucks, 80 bucks, 80 bucks, right? And you go, so how much for this thing? And they're looking at it, and they're looking at you, they're looking at it, and they're looking at you. How about 80 bucks? You're like, exactly what's going on. Thank you very much. That's what I have. There you go. Thank you very much. Had a good time. See ya. No need to negotiate. You got the number you wanted. Everything's cool. So positive outcomes, you can do that in interpersonal relationships. You can do that as group prayer, right? You heard what that is. That's the same idea. Putting that good energy out there for positive outcomes. And positive energy for positive outcomes usually creates it. So that's what we're going to all work on this particular month of May. It's a good time to do that fun stuff, and it's good. All right, so enough said about that. Let's get into the cards. All right, we got to get you a guiding card for the month. Here's the deck we're going to use for that. It's our Earthly Souls Moon Oracle. It has more to it than that, but there you go. It will be listed, all the decks will be listed in the description box below, so don't worry. What do we have for Aquarius in May? There it is. This is a card we will revisit every one of these readings for the month, so it's kind of important. Hopefully we get a nice one. Of course we will. They're all good. So, purposeful. Oh my. Yes. Everything you do this month, you need to do it with intention, okay? Pay attention to what you're doing, what you're eating, how you're walking, how you're talking. All of the things you put out there, all of the energy you put out in the universe, you need to do it with intention and figure out what you want it to become. Much like the guiding message, which was to think things into being, by all means, you can also be purposeful in every other area of your life. So, well done. Very nice. I'm going to put this card over here because we'll revisit this one every week until we finish. All right. So, we are going to have this beautiful little, or this is a new deck I'm introducing, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle, and it's going to be our mystery card for the month or the week. All right, so every week we'll have one of these guys come out. what do we need for Aquarius? This one. All right, so we're going to save this card for you, and we will get into it at the end of the reading. All right, so we'll go ahead and set that deck there. And of course, let's get into the full overview reading, right? So we're going to do the 4 columns, starting right here. And this is, of course, that cool pirate deck that I have. We used it for the mystery cards last month, and I'm super excited to bring it out and see a lot more of it, so we get a better sense of the flavor, which is super cool, instead of just one card here or there. We're going to get a lot. I love it. These are really quite special, so excellent. I'm going to go ahead and set these over here, and let's go ahead and talk about what's going on for the month of May. All right, so this is going to be the full 4 weeks of the month, and we'll go in deep on the first week at the end of this reading. All right, so first off, well, let's talk about the 4th through the 10th. Right on. Knight of Cups. Paying attention to what's going on at this time. You're going to be fighting for your heart's desire. You're going to be wanting to get what you want. Do figure out a way to I want you to watch your words for some reason. I'm being told that you should watch your words, Aquarius, so that as you work through, you don't discount other people's wants while you're fighting for your own. The next card here is talking about what's blocking you. The Chariot. Movement, change of all kinds. So this could be your house moving, your job moving, something going on with your car. Whatever this is going to stop you from working or block you a little bit from getting what you want right now. So just be aware, it'll just be something that it feels like it'll just take a higher priority, not a total change, right? So you'll be able to get back to this. It's just going to be after you deal with this little snafoozy, okay? And your solution is not to sabotage yourself. So it's about not over-prioritizing what you want over what you need to do. So this really is jumping up to the top of the list. You're going, I have a list. I'm going to put this on the back end of the list. Whoa, that's a sabotage. So try not to sabotage yourself, okay? This is going to be super important that you take the priority situation. I want to switch these cards very badly, but I can't. So be aware and pay attention and don't sabotage yourself. Next week over, we're talking about the 11th through the 17th. We have the 5 of Cups. You're remembering past relationships and realizing how those lessons you learned in the past are going to help you be better in your current relationships. So you want to do something different with your current relationships than you would have done in the past. It'll be something interesting for you. What's blocking you is fighting for your power. You're not going to be in charge, okay? You, in fact, maybe that's what you need to do that's different with your relationships, is not try and be in charge, okay? Here's your relationships, and in the past you've maybe been in charge, and now you're blocked from being in charge, which might be a good thing, so you kind of take a back seat and let somebody else be the leader, okay? It's okay. You can take a back seat. That would be okay. You will be free, and it will be fun, all right? Now, the 8 of Pentacles is showing that you will be working, so as you're doing all of this stuff, this could be a work-related issue. Pay attention to how that works. If you can lead from behind quietly instead of like with the big stick and all that stuff, and even be willing to let somebody else take a little bit of credit, as it works, try and work that out. It might be something that happened in the past for you. See how that resonates. This could still be a personal relationship, but more so than a work relationship. But your solution is, I'm going to just go to work. If I can't be in charge of what's going on over here because I'm blocked and I don't want to watch this thing unfold because I'm going to be trying to control it anyway, I'll just go do my job instead, and then I can keep my hands off it. That might be the answer, okay? Good for you, Aquarius. Let's move on to the 18th through the 24th. The 18th through the 24th, the Queen of Cups is here. Ooh, Queen of Cups is she's an emotionally based feminine energy person. She likes to be heard. Her feelings will be expressed. Just be aware of that. Get over it. Allow for it. Appreciate her feelings and allow for them, because she's going to be playing her, she needs to be heard. All right? You're not going to be able to create a proper foundation for this person, okay? You're blocked from being super stable and super concerned. Your desire to help create a foundation for her to stand on isn't going to work out, okay? You're blocked from being that person for her. So even as she's trying to talk and you're trying to listen, if you have anything going on that's keeping you from wanting to or able to do anything, I feel like even if you wanted to be stronger for her, your hands are tied. You're not in a position to help. So it will feel frustrating for you for sure to listen. I think you'll be frustrated. You'll be totally unable to fix what's going on. So you're just going to have to sit and listen and sit on your hands, which is super not cool for you. You don't care for that. But at the same time, there's a level of completion in that moment where you're like, I'm done being the person who feels uncomfortable in this situation. So there's a weird twist in this little situation, this dynamic of a relationship. You may find yourself wanting to remove yourself from the possibilities, all right? High Priestess is your solution, and she's saying you have a choice in the situation, but trust your intuition. Your intuition will tell you what you can and cannot do in this moment, and how you can and cannot be in this moment. So hang in there and be aware of what's going on, all right? Trust your gut, no matter what, all right? Good. So now we have this card here. We're talking about the 25th through the 31st of May, 10 of Pentacles. The finances are getting squared away. There could be family money in the mix. That could be for you an opportunity to just understand and appreciate that there's extra money coming your way from the family, or that you are in charge of the family money. And what you do with it is up to you, okay? So be careful with that and handle your business. 5 of Pentacles is where you're blocked. So getting new advice about how to handle the money is done. You will not be able to get any advice at this time. So don't even try to get advice. It won't help. Other people will be talking out of wherever they want to talk out of, but it won't be helpful, all right? Oftentimes we talk out of our neck when we think we know what we're talking about, but we don't actually have any idea what we're talking about, all right? But we want to look cool, so we say stuff. You know who those people are, so be careful. This card here is talking about your solution, and it's going to say you're in charge of the family money, but you're also going to be jumping off into something brand new. So without any proper advice or other advice, because it's all blocked, you may be jumping into something brand new. It might be financially motivated, but it might not be about your money at all. It could be about, I've decided to take up water skiing, ta-da! Or it could be anything. So keep it in mind that you have the opportunity to start make a spontaneous choice and have a new opportunity come your way, okay? So I like this. Wonderful stuff. Ta-da! But if it has to have something to do with the money, you might be finding a new way to invest it or handle your money in a new way that will be very helpful, all right? But you'll just go start it. You won't have a lot of advice first. You'll just have to go with it, okay? So that's cool, all right? Let's go ahead and save these cards off to one side. You know how I like to do that. We will come back. These cards are going to come back, and we will talk about them in other videos, so that each week we'll revisit these cards, just like we're going to revisit these right now. All right? This will be the May 4th through the 10th. This is a pre-programmed deck for you. It is the Light Seers Tarot. We're going to go ahead and use it to expand on this thought right here and see where we get to. All right? Interesting. So, I'm interested because we have 3 major arcana right here. Very much so exciting. So, let's talk about what's going on here. What we have here is you are fighting for your heart's desire, right? We wanted you to stand up for what you want. And we also want you to trust your intuition as you do it. So your intuition will be on point. Pay attention to your gut. It's explaining to you, hey, this is something worth fighting for. Or this is something where maybe I need to watch how I fight for it, okay? And we have the 8 of Pentacles showing that you've decided that part of what you're going to be fighting for, you need to just go to work, okay? There will be work to do, and you'll be able to go and do it. So even as you're doing your thing, you're going to go do your job. You'll be, if you want to fight for your heart's desire and it's not work, you'll be doing it after or around. Okay? The next card over, we're talking about the Chariot. There's going to be some movement that changes where you're going or how you're getting there. Okay? So this could be your car breaks down. It could be a change in venue suddenly for, like, maybe your favorite store closes and you're like, oh man, I got to go across town to get that thing now. What? So pay attention to the things that are changing and moving. They will block you. This could also be your job or your house or some other thing that you counted on quite a lot. Okay? So like I said, your car could be breaking down. Sorry. There won't be any good structure going on. You're blocked from having good structure. I think this change in the weather is going to change the thing that you thought was like, oh, this is my routine, this is what I do, da-da-da-da. Wait a minute. It might be your favorite Starbucks that has to close or something, and you're like, what? And now, presto, your routine is completely crapped out, and you have to work on a new structure. You can get bottled Starbucks at a grocery store, so just be aware. Solutions are about. But do be aware that the other thing that's blocked for you is getting other people to come along and think like you do right away. So you're not going to have a big mind meld this week. Nobody's going to be on board with what you're concerned about. This might be your own personal thing that you're like, I'm upset, I'm freaked out, I'm pissed off, I can't get what I want. Yeah, right? So ultimately you're going to be in a state of frustration, even as you're trying to do what you need to do, and your whole routine is thrown off. Things are a little wacky, and nobody wants to kind of commiserate with you, and you're kind of irritated by that. Try not to let it rule the roost, because it could be a self-sabotage. The more you fall into that pit of self-pity / misery, you won't be attracting people to your aid, okay? You want to attract people to your aid, whether it's somebody, my car broke down, my schedule is off, I didn't get my Starbucks, and now you need to get somebody to come over and pick you up and bring you Starbucks. Ta-da! And then presto. So don't sabotage yourself. Don't make it more uncomfortable for the people who might be of assistance to you. There's a lot of potential for you to let this be your own internal turmoil, I guess, right? That's the ultimate best answer. If it stays internal, it won't be an issue. If you talk about it a lot, it becomes a big dumb issue, and other people don't feel like being part of your solution. So if you don't sabotage yourself, you will get into this solution, which is, I have all the tools at my disposal and I can make things happen. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna get the tow truck guy, and I'm gonna go and get a rental car, and I'm gonna go to Starbucks and I'll feel better. So stepping directly into the solutions that are outside the box of what we've been doing and are certainly not our routine will be the answer, okay? I know it's a little tough, but you can work it out. And the 3 of Pentacles is here showing that even with all this craziness going on, the truth of your creative solutions puts you in another place where other people are thinking about you for a step up in your job, okay? People are seeing you, because we said there was a work element here, right? This could be everything going weird and sideways at work. I'm stepping in, I have an idea about how I want things to go. nothing works. Like the machines break, I got to get a new thing, the parts aren't coming in, nobody agrees with me on how to handle the situation. You can either fight about it or you can step into the solution. Okay, you're going to step into the solution, you're going to break out all your tools, you're going to do some cool stuff. People see you bobbing and weaving and making shit happen, and guess what? They look and they go, man, that person needs to be more in charge of everything, because they just took a whole tidal wave of wackadoodle stuff and they made it into a beautiful option and they made it work. Good for them. Awesome. Perfect. And this only happens, this only happens if you do this instead of this. Okay, this is the one you want to not do. All right, this one will kind of make everything kind of wow. Okay, so we don't want to wow anything. Okay. Cool. Good for you, Aquarius. I know. This is your opportunity not to blow shit up. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. It can either implode or explode. The implosion will be a situation where it falls together in the best possible way, and or an explosion where it makes a lot of collateral damage and lots of problems. So you can choose that. Trust your intuition and use your tools. Okay? Excellent. So we're going to use this messages from the Cosmic Oracle cards, and we're going to get you a message to go with this beautiful reading for the week. This is definitely a good fair warning. I like that for you, Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? Oh, way over here. All right. Excellent. So we're going to go ahead and pick these up. Set them over here. All right. Trust yourself always. Trust others once. They've earned it. All right. Trust yourself always. Trust others once. They've earned it. So, trust yourself. Trusting your gut. Around work. Do your work. Things get sideways. Use your tools. Don't have a tantrum. That's not going to work. And find yourself a new way. All right? Perfect. Good job. I'm going to set this card over here. Remember, you're working with purpose. No wonder. This is all about you working with purpose. Now, you need a pocket full of rocks. All right. So we have black tourmaline. We have red jasper. And we have blue calcite. Okay. So black tourmaline is all about staying grounded, all right, staying grounded and in a place where you're feeling fairly protected. The fact that when we keep our feet on the ground, we are much better able to bob and weave and see what's going on and find the right solutions. Red jasper is about being creative with your new solutions and very much putting them into play in a physical way on the earth plane. This is no joke. Okay, we want you to do the things you need to do here in a tactile way. No muss, no fuss, no dreaming it, no praying for it, no sending the energy out in the universe to make it happen. This is about you physically getting busy and doing it, okay? And yes, use your words. This is blue calcite in your 5th chakra. And it's a powerful stone that will cleanse and clear your throat. If you're not speaking enough, it will help you do so. If you're speaking too much, it will help calm that right back down too, okay? I want you to allow for it to do its job so that you don't find yourself blowing up and having a tantrum. I mean, if you really need to let steam off and be a whack, release the energy that's in you, go back to your car and sit by yourself, or go stand in the closet. Do something away from your people. Your employees, your co-workers do not need to see you having this moment. But if you can go do it somewhere and get it out of you so that you can come back and be like, okay, I'm ready to hit the day. Let's see what's going on. Let me find a solution here. Because you have solutions, trust your gut, that are going to come to you, and you're going to be making money and doing all the right things, and people will receive you and appreciate you as a person who is a fixer and a person who rolls with it and does really well. So very good for you. Excellent. Love that for you, Aquarius. We're going to set these stones down right here. Let's go ahead and look at the mystery card. Hey, your mystery card is happy, happy. Well, golly, Look at that. I love that it's a 26 card. 26 adds up to be an 8. And we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is one of my favorite cards because it shows the work and the intensity you bring to it. And I think that if you purposefully go to work and are purposefully happy in spite of what's going on, even when things hit the fan, you can and will be able to create what you need to create, get people on board with as you bob and weave and get creative with the solutions. You're like, oh, so there's a flood. Okay, let's turn the water off. Let's do the next right thing. Dun, 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 dun. You're going to take things on the chin and do it with a smile, and everyone's going to be attracted to that big time, okay? So let your happy, happy self attract the people that you need, and you'll do very well, okay? Well done. All right. All right, Aquarius. You don't have to carry these rocks if you don't want to, but if you do want to carry them, let me know how it goes. If you want to carry something else, let me know what you got. I'll be happy to hear and talk to you about your rocks, no matter what you got, okay? Also, if you wanted to get a private reading, or you wanted to check out the decks, or even see where I am in the world and come out to the fair and see me in person, just check the link, the box below. All those things are in the description box. You'll be able to find all those things there. I will, of course, be back next week, and we will talk about the 11th through the 17th of May. And I look forward to seeing you right here. And if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. It helps my little channel grow. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.